Hello. Hi. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all very well. Betty here, and my daughter Begonia Coconut. We're inside this afternoon because even though there was a heat wave, the optimum word is was. The sun has just come out now, but it's been freezing cold, rainy, gloomy, horrible for days. So if you're a regular watcher, thanks very much. If you're new, hello. I love cats, plants, snacks, and knickknacks, and I make a feel good vlog that I post every Friday featuring lots of gorgeous vintage treasures that I've found throughout my life and I've hoarded in my collection, and also what I have foraged in the week. So today's Feel Good Friday vlog. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that! I've just spotted it! Look at that! Sorry, very high voice. New leaf! I hadn't even seen that. Oh my god, how exciting. Let's have a closer look. Oh, fabulous. Oh, it looks beautiful. Look how fresh-faced it is. Gorgeous. Don't know what I did here. Don't know what that's about. Oh, that's made me feel all cozy and warm inside. Fabulous. Right, so this week I'm going to show you some knickknacks, vintage knickknacks and odds and bods that I found. A couple of Fridays ago, I went over to a location where there was a collection of small towns, very pretty sort of bougie towns, and they're full of charity shops. I mean, basically, charity shops keep the British economy alive. They're the only shops really that anyone's interested in. So I'm happy about that. So I went over, and to be honest, they'd sort of been running dry on stock for the last year. And I know all the sort of vloggers and resellers are talking about how there's nothing left in the charity shops or the thrift stores and everything is incredibly high price. Uh, but I still just like to go really and have a mooch and say my old mates. So I went over, and there's one particular town that's got about 8 or 9 chazas, charity shops, all the way down the road. And it's just sort of like the Golden Mile, I call it. Um, but I'd got to about a third of the way down, and I was completely empty-handed. I mean, it was just getting a bit desperate. And I thought, oh God, I'll go in the one that I never find anything in, and let's hope that my fortune's reversed. So I went in, and it's a huge shop, and it used to be amazing. Everything used to be piled in, and it was dead cheap, and it was full of the weirdest things you could possibly dream of. You know, perfect for me. Um, but now it's sort of, I don't know, they've tried to gentrify it, if that makes sense. And I never see anyone buying anything. Stock just seems like it's always the same. However, I went to the back shelves that used to be loaded. Too hot. Oh, look, you can see the rebounder's back. It went upstairs into the back room, never to be seen again for a few months. But it's now out in the middle of the jungle room, and I've tripped over it more than I've jumped on it. So anyway, but you know what? God loves a trier. Yeah, so I went to the back shelves where there used to be a waterfall of delights full of vintage treasures. Now, overpriced mugs and a load of old tat. But on the bottom shelf, there sat a vintage prestige 1960s possibly or 70s flower power pan. Well, I'm on a roll with pans at the minute. Do you remember the big orange cauldron I found in another charity shop. The charity shop gods, I've gone very religious all of a sudden. Anyway, the charity shop devils were pointing me in the direction of the kitchen. So I picked it up and I thought, oh God, that's amazing. And it's going to match the other orange one that I found perfectly. It's going to sort of complement it because the other one's plain orange and this one had orange details. Searched and searched, no lid. And I thought, oh, it's fantastic, but without a lid, it's a disappointment. And it would always only ever be a disappointment. And Lord knows, there's God again, and Lord knows I am brimming with disappointments. That's not one. Look at that. Begonia, I love you. You're the greatest success in my life. You're just a living, breathing little success. Anyway, couldn't find the lid. It was only £2 and I thought, shall I just get it? And then I thought, just put it back. You don't want to live with that kind of like disappointment looming in the kitchen all the time. Every time you walk in to the kitchen, you'll think, oh, if only that had a lid. So I put it back and off I went down the road, got to the very last shop on the street and still empty-handed, gutted. It's unheard of. It's just the tragic state of the times. Anyway, I started talking to a woman in there. We started talking about clothes or something like that, and we must have chatted for about 20 minutes. She was amazing. She was 8 foot, and we just had a great conversation. And I said, you know what, I'm not leaving the shop empty-handed. I'm not going to leave this shop until I've found something. She agreed with me. She felt exactly the same. So anyway, she did leave. I think she found something that she could just, buy just to satisfy that hunger. And I picked through every single rail, like that sort of meditative Buddhist chant, Namo Yiringikyo, Namo Yiringikyo, through the through the aisles, through the coat hangers, Namo Yiringikyo, nothing, until the farthest reaches of the darkest corner, when I struck gold, absolute gold. It's fire. So delighted with that. And then I had a fantastic conversation with the women on the till, and they said that they were going to set up a fundraiser for me to get me to Mexico. They said next time I come in, there'll be a bucket with Betty on it. Get Betty to Mexico. And I said, well, if I've got a bucket, I want a banner. So I'm looking forward to that. Yes, I got that. And then I went out of there and then down and round the corner. It's not on the main drag. It's sort of off the beaten track. And I found 2 more pieces of gold fire. So I got those. And then on the way back up the road, I thought, just get it. So I went back in the pan shop. They'd only gone and bloody found the lid. Shut up! See, it always pays to wait, be patient, and go back. Hello, you fabulous thing. Isn't that amazing? And the pan had been £2, and since they found the lid, it had gone to £5, which I was more than happy to pay for. I was bouncing off the walls, and I know them in there, and I said, oh my God, you found the lid. You found the lid. And they said, it wasn't me, it was June, I think, or someone. So anyway, isn't that amazing? Isn't that beautiful? 1970s, I'd say. Prestige. It's a big one. Perfect size for even bigger curses. So many curses. Between the £2 I've got, it's going to be like Curse Central Station. I just gone to the kitchen to get the one I got the other week just to see if they go. And oh my God, they go good. Look at them. Yeah, fantastic. I was determined to crack on with the kitchen because this house is a renovation project that will probably never get finished, just like everything else I start. And I decided that I was going to do the kitchen in sort of Battenberg cake colours, pink and yellow. And I've got some vintage mid-century orange glass, art glass, collectible vases and what have you. And they're in the window and they look gorgeous. They brighten my day every morning when I sort of crawl in there, sometimes before dawn, if feeding time is in the 5th hour. But anyway, the orange glass looks fantastic. But now I'm starting to think that maybe I need purple, like a 1970s purple to go with my new orange pan decor. The oven in there is, no, it's not really, it's the 80s. Yeah, the kitchen's 80s. Oh, it's horrible. And I thought I could live with it until I moved out of it. I don't think I can live with it. And I don't think I'm going to get out of it. Anyway, so that's my pan success story. So I put everything I bought in that pan, but what didn't fit was this. Instant buyer's remorse. I was desperate, honestly desperate to buy something, and it's chipped. I wouldn't feel so bad if it hadn't been chipped. There. I know I can paint it, and I know I love seahorses. And this is a vintage Cornish ceramic pottery posy vase, but don't you think it looks like a worm? That one looks like a chicken. A sea chicken. Ocean worm. Oh, it's horrible. I think it was about one. Look how that's disgraceful. No, I know they're collectible, and it's Harmony Cornwall. If anybody wants to buy, is it chipped there as well? No. If anybody wants to buy this, I'll do you a good deal. I might even pay you to take it away. Yeah, there you go. Oh, what's in the pan? I wish it was food. Let's have a look. What do we get? Oh, yes. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely thrilled with these. Got a little bit too excited, to be honest. And when I saw the bag, I thought it said £12.50, which would not have been unusual. It would have been unreasonable, but it would not have been unusual at today's charity shop prices. However, I could see through the packet. I mean, they look like mid-century baby blue, but what they are is, I mean, gorgeous. How stylish would these be in a holiday home or a beach hut or a caravan? Hi, darling. Hi. Hello. Are you too hot? Are you too hot? It's been so cold, we've been huddled up together like it's Christmas. Oh, it's nearly Christmas. It's July, but it's nearly Christmas. Yeah. I love you. Back to the business in hand. These are vintage. They're not mid-century. They are vintage IKEA, made in Japan from 1985. And it's a full set. Knives, forks, spoons, and teaspoons. Absolutely thrilled. Yeah. That's them. They were £2.50. I've actually myself forgotten what's in the bag. What's in the pan? No. What's this one? Oh, yep. As I'm not going to get to Mexico until my until my fundraiser has reached its target. I'm just going to buy Mexican things. These are the Mexican Mayan calendar coasters. Oh, great. They've all got different designs on as well. I've got a little collection of, it's not little, it's growing by the day, collection of vintage Mexican, Mayan, Aztec, that type of thing upstairs. Do they have a different person? No, same person on each one. And it goes with him. There we go. Fabulous. Full set. Oh, I love a set of anything. I've got a set of cutlery. Oh, it's all very picnicky dining, isn't it? This was not intentional, and I've only just realised now. Pan, cutlery, coasters. I think that's it, to be honest, although I don't know. Yeah, so that's fabulous. I've got another one very similar, and I think these are sort of relatively valuable as souvenir pieces. And I love vintage souvenir. I'm going to call it art. Look at them legs. Yes, your legs. They're fabulous. Do you know what? Out of all of this, that's the bit I'm most frightened of, because the teeth are very active. She's a biter. But there's no top teeth anymore. The top fangs were removed. These, needly, but she's not a scratcher. She doesn't sort of dig or scratch or anything like that. However, these are disembowelers. Deadly isn't even close. Torturous is what they are. She's a proper embowler. Are you? Oh, what's happening? What's happening? Nothing. What's up, love? Do you want some food? Do you want some food? Is that what it is? Do you want me to? You've got food. I've just given you some food. Do you want me to come and sit with you while you eat to scare off any predators that might come past? Okay, come on then. Right, we're all fed, we're better, we've had a stretch, and now we're gazing out of the French doors. Next. I can't remember. Feels like China. Oh, brilliant. Okay, yep. I remember this. Made in Japan, little ceramic 50s, maybe 60s. Trinket box. I think it was about £1. There we go, £1.50. And under there it says, just trust me. Oh, I don't want to spoil that label. Made in Japan. It's one of those paper ones. So that's cute. Does it match? No. It's more sort of mint green. Oh, it's great. You see how much more this than that. I'm all this and this. Love seahood. Hi! Was that better? Was that nice? Was that tasty? Not as tasty as chicken. Okay, and what's that? I don't know what this is. Oh my God, completely forgot these. Totally off the planet of my mind. Forgot about these. Vintage, I know. I knew what they were straight away. I knew they were nutcrackers, but I didn't know what year. And these are by Koziol, nutcrackers, and there's a pair. You know, it's that sort of Alessi inspired. Maybe I don't know when they're from. Are they on there? Is it on there? Wait a minute. I shall Google it for you. There you go. 1999. I was going to say something like 95, I think. Here she comes. It's like magic. Goes in one end, comes out the other. Hi, darling. Hello. What do you think? Oh, we could make Begonia Coconut cake. What about Begonia Coconut soup? No, no, thank you. So these are cool. You put your nut in there. You put your coconut in there. You put your Begonia coconut in there. And there you go. Crack. Merry Christmas. Do you know what, Begonia Coconut? You are the best thing I've ever found lying around the streets. Yeah. If you don't know, I found it in a garden centre. I went one day for a begonia plant that I'd seen a few months ago. They didn't have the plant. So I think, oh no, there's one more thing. Two more things. Three more things. It's three more things. I got this box, which is, it's really handy for putting jewellery in and storage. I think it was probably a date box, you know, for dates, the fruit. But it's ideal for storing delicate jewellery. It looks funky. What else did I get? Oh yeah, I just constantly, never endingly wander around this house looking for a pen. I mean, I'm not joking. It starts when I get up and it ends when I go to bed. And it only ends when I go to bed because I just go to sleep. I think I probably dream about looking for pens. So whenever I see some pens in charity shops, I buy them because I could solve this, I know, by buying a big batch of pens. This is my dilemma, right? This is how my mind works. Every time I go to the shop, to the stationery shop or the supermarket or anywhere, I think just buy the pens. And then I stand in front of them and there's so much plastic staring back at me. They're like the nastiest permanent, you know, like millennia lasting plastic for these nasty pens for just a tiny little bit of ink inside. And then they're all with plastic lids and they've got springs and plastic bits attached, and then they're in a plastic bag. And I just think, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't buy 24 of you knowing that you'll disintegrate the minute I get you in the house and I'll never find you again, but you'll be for eternity on this planet. I just can't do it. There has to be a better way. I know we're all supposed to be pen and paperless, but anyway, that's my life struggle. It's not the only one, but it's one of the biggest. So I got these, and it's Queenie. Hang on, is it upside down? Oh, there she is. Queenie. Got 3 Jubilee pens. They've probably dried up. I bet they don't work. Let's have a go. Hooray! They work. Fantastic. They haven't been used. Dried up. So there she is. May she rest in peace. Queenie from 2022. Platinum Jubilee. 3 of them. I think this is the last knick-knack. It's the last one that I can show you anyway, because I got her a really lovely skull and crossbones ceramic bowl by Hunter. But it's in the sink now because she's had some chicken in it. But if you are following me on Instagram, there's a picture of it on there. It's really cool. Finally, I found this in a cabinet in a charity shop, and I sort of had got into a conversation and I'd gone too far in the conversation after asking to see it from the cabinet to say, no, thank you, I don't want it. So, you know, at that point you just have to buy it. So I bought it, and it's actually signed Erstwelder, and I paid a hefty £4.99 for it. But I do like these sort of resin hard plastic brooches, and so many of them are mass produced in China and they sell in the markets and on Amazon for sort of, £1.99. And I can't often tell which one's which because there are obviously designer ones that are worth a lot of money and very good quality, and I mean I want to support those designers, and I don't really want to support a sort of a faceless, nameless, mass-produced factory. But this one turns out to be a bit sort of a bit a higher grade, much higher grade, 45 quid's worth. So I'm happy about that. I did think I'd made a mistake, but I might keep it for a while and then I might list it for sale. Because yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sort of unsure whether it's my style. I wouldn't know how to wear it, where to wear it. Anyway, there you go. I was sat there thinking about it. I forgot you were there. Any suggestions how to wear this brooch would be gratefully received. Please leave a comment. Please talk to me. Nudge me every now and again when I go quiet. So that's that. Put a lid on that. I'll show you next what I got clothes wise from this little trip. Bear with. Right, I've just gone to get the mannequin to show you the clothes that I bought that day on this trip, and I found loads more knickknacks that I also got and I completely forgot about. So reel it back. This is the lovely bowl I got her with the skull and crossbones, white ceramic bowl with a black edge and gold writing by Hunter, and this is a lily bowl by Lilybed, and yeah, it's really nice. And I know, wait, don't I know, don't laugh at me, but I thought that was something dogs needed, this section. Until I just picked it up like that and I realised it's so humans can pick it up off the floor. What an idiot. Okay, I've got that. I also got her this Nescafe Helados ice cream bowl. I got that in the seaside town. That was £1. That was quite cute, quite beachy. And not in the seaside towns separately, but within that week I went into another charity shop with the lovely ladies that work there, and I was just mooching about and I was snout down, ruffling, truffling, snouting through a box, and I heard one of them say, "Have you seen the cat thing?" And I stood up holding this. I said, "Do you mean this cat thing?" And she said, No, the cat thing at the front. I said, "No, take me to this cat thing that you speak of." But first of all, I got this vintage cat jelly mould, which started a very, very, very exciting conversation on Instagram with an old friend who now lives in Portugal. She's called Sam, and she has challenged me to make a blancmange in this. Challenge accepted immediately. So I'm going to do that. It's my birthday this month, so what I'm going to do is order a packet of blancmange ready mix online and wait for it to come through the post. And then I'm going to, whatever you need to put in it, put it in. I hope it's hot water and not milk. And then make a chocolate or maybe strawberry. Strawberry is traditional one, and the blancmange really divides people in England, because we used to get it in school dinners if you went to like a common person's school, a working class school, which is what I did. And yeah, you either loved it or hated it. I always loved it. I love cold set custard, like in a trifle. Oh. So yeah, I love blancmange very much. So I'm going to make a cat blancmange for my birthday. I'm also going to buy a trumpet, but that's a story for another day. If you've watched any of my other videos, or one in particular, you'll know that I owe the neighbours a trumpet. That's all I'm saying. But the thing that she was talking about, which was at the front of the shop, was this lovely cat haiku book. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to read it out because I think haikus are best read off the page. I write poems. I write whimsical comedy, surreal poems. And I hate reading them out because they're intended to be read from the page or from the screen. So I'm just going to show you this one. It's my favourite from the book. Begonia Coconut will always be a kitten. She'll always be a 3 to 4 year old toddler in the sort of human equivalent. Cats have that thing where they sort of are a certain type of person. And some of them are little old men, and some of them sort of grow and mature with age like humans do. Some of them are sort of teenagers. Begonia Coconut will always be, no matter how old she gets, when she's 25, she'll still be the essence of a 3 to 4 year old human toddler. Yes, you. Aha. Oh my God. How divine. Yes, you. Hot, love. Is it too hot there? Yeah. So, this is the top I got in the charity shop. This was the Last Chance Saloon in the deepest, darkest corner. It's the dream. Oh, isn't that glorious? Isn't that absolutely divine? I think it was from Primark originally. Obviously, I got it in the charity shop. Oh, I felt rewarded. Do you know what I mean? I felt righteous and justified. Look at the sleeves. I couldn't have asked for anything more. Honestly, I couldn't. £3.50, I think it was. And yeah, so this is what inspired the future fundraiser to get Betty to Mexico. They're not really going to do. I don't deserve a fundraiser. It was just a joke, just in case. But I will pretend that it's real, just for giggles and chisels. So yeah, isn't that fabulous? Look at that. Also got this mysterious coat. So please take a look at the label. It says Nola, and that says Chester. And I'll put it on the mannequin, and then we'll discuss. So, it's incredibly well made. The fabric is like it was made yesterday from a very high-end manufacturer. The style and design obviously is vintage 50s, 60s. It's a sort of, again, it's like an opera coat. It's just really, really a high quality, and I think it's handmade on machine and hand finished. All the stitching inside is amazing. However, there is an anomaly. There's something wrong, and I can't really put my finger on it. But my friend who came up, Delith, she's a seamstress, and I said, right, what do you think? I said, this is what I think, but I just don't know. So she had a good look, and she sort of confirmed my fears that, hang on, it has been really badly taken up. which is a real shame. It's a terrible shame, because if you look inside, so I mean, the quality of the fabric and the stitching is amazing, but it looks like it's been taken to a professional alterations place, and they've just done a really terrible job on it. It's so different at the bottom in quality of stitching and what have you than the top and the rest of it, because look at this sort of engineering. Look at this seam work, this pattern cutting, the panels and the sections, and this curve is phenomenal. This here is, I mean, you just couldn't get that this day and age. This day and age. Who says that? I've been possessed by some 1950s seamstress. You know, all the shaping and everything. The quality is beyond modern capabilities. But it's knackered. It's been properly butchered. And I've had a look inside, and I just don't know if it's possible to fix it. I think once it's done for. Oh, right, definitely, that's been done at a later stage. Oh, what a shame. I wonder. I don't know. Begonia, what shall I do? What should I do, love? Bite it? Shall I bite it? Let's get that box out of your shot. Oh, wow. So, I mean, there you go. Isn't that amazing? There's one last item of clothing that I bought from this trip, and I'll put it on the mannequin. Ta-da! Brand new, without tags, Hobbs, size 10, but it's a very large 10. So I thought there might be some little miracle waiting for me inside it, but there isn't. It's somehow a 14 on the mannequin, and it feels like a size 8 on my body. I don't know what could possibly explain that. Yeah, I was convinced, honestly convinced, that I was going to put that on and it was going to fit perfectly. It's nowhere near. All right then, that's the end of the treasure haul. I hope you have a fantastic week. Thanks a million for watching. It's wonderful. And thank you so much for all your comments. I love them very, very much. If you're feeling super generous, please subscribe. It's totally free. Costs you absolutely nout. If you're feeling super duper generous, thumbs up as well. Boop, boop. Fabulous. And yeah, that's it. I will leave you in the hands of Begonia Coconut. Here's some more free therapy from my beautiful baby Begonia Coconut. Thank you. Bye bye.